biggest change in my laundry room, that meant that my plumber Chris had to do some work for me. Chris, you guys had to move this over, correct?
Yes, Vicki. First step we had to do was get the plumbing prints to see exactly where we needed to relocate it to. Then we capped the water lines in your crawl space so the demolition guys could come in and not worry about hitting any water lines. Once we did that, we opened up the sheetrock very carefully so we wouldn't hit any wires or gas lines or drain or water lines in the wall. Removed that, and we had to shift it about 12 inches.
Okay, now you moved it 12 inches. Is it any more work to move it 12 inches than, say, 3 or 4 inches?
It is more work to move it. The further you go, the more work it's going to take.
Okay, so remember that when you're planning a remodeling project, try to stay as close as you can to the water source, correct?
Correct.
Speaking of moving water sources, over here you had to do more work for us because we have different types of washer and dryers than before, and our idea is to get a nice smooth counter.
That is correct. What we needed to do was the old laundry box sat up about this high. We needed to lower it to get below the countertop to accommodate the new washer and dryer undercounter mount, and we just dropped everything down. Reconnected.
Just brought it right on down to that level. One of the most important aspects of this plumbing that you're looking at is that white tag that's hanging in front of the connections, because that's our inspection notice. Even if you're doing a project yourself, always pull a permit on it and have the inspector come and make sure your work turned out exactly like you wanted it, because you don't want water squirting everywhere, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so it looks like we've got everything working for us now.
We do, Vicki, and here's your faucet.
It's a beauty, isn't it?
It's a beautiful faucet. Unfortunately, it is a little too big for the area. Once the countertop comes on, we will have clearance issues with it hitting the new cabinetry.
You know what? I didn't think about this piece coming down, and I love that faucet. So now I'm going to have to go and order a new faucet.
That's right.
Okay, well, you know, I tell you, there's all these little details in every project, and the work just continues. Speaking of work and surprises and details, what did you find underneath my crawl space?
Well, we went onto the crawl space to cap the water lines. We found a varmint of some sort living underneath there, and we think it was a possum.
We hope it's a possum. The kind of call I always love to get at work is we found something living in your crawl space. Now I'm going to have to get some kind of critter wrangler underneath my house to get that guy out of here. You know, remodeling projects, there's always work to be done. Chris's Plumbing passed all the inspections with flying colors. The cabinets have been installed, and now we're ready for the finishing touches to our makeover.